There's head coach John Tortorella talking about this game tonight. Not much of a surprise there, was it, Jody? And I mean, this is, as he said, he knew. He saw this as a trap game. They fell into the trap. Calgary outplayed them, played better than them, and now he's absolutely right. How do you respond? And you've got to respond against a team that is extremely good in the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, I like what he said about this is where you have to stay even keeled. And you know, this team has had success. They've found ways to win late. Second dramatics in the last game. It's been crazy. But I think he likes this as a teaching moment. I think he's really interested in seeing how this team regroups. There will be no skate tomorrow. There will be a travel day to Tampa. Then there's going to be a pregame skate Friday. That'll be the time that he gets at this group again. And it'll be interesting to see how they come out in Tampa. I would expect them to come back with a little more jam. Nick Foligno, he looked a little frustrated on the bench there in the third period with a few things, and there was a couple other guys that were getting frustrated. This Blue Jackets team needs to get back on track, and I think they will.
As a player, they're going to Tampa tomorrow. They're going to have a Thanksgiving dinner together. They had already planned to do
all the
that.
Stuffing and everything?
Yeah, well, I don't know what's on their menu, but what I'm saying is they're all going to sit down as a group, and it might be a good time for it, do you think?
Yeah, it's always a good time to get together as a group. It's one of those things in this league. There's a lot going on at home. The single guys, especially now with no pregame skates, it's a long day for those guys that have nothing to do except play Xbox all day. And so they'll enjoy being around the plane, being around the guys, playing cards, and then having a team meal. It gets you in a pretty good rhythm. So, yeah, I agree. After these last two games, and think about the last two games, Colorado and Calgary. There's been emotional games against Washington, New York. It's been high-flying, end-to-end, goaltending matchups. These both are probably trap games. So I think the Blue Jackets now getting back in the East against Tampa, and then Florida might bring a little more juice to these games.
I asked Boone Jenner that. I asked if there's any letdown after those 3 games last week, and you have to play these 2 games so far this week. And he danced around it very nicely, as you would expect a current player to do. As a former player, does that happen? Are there drop-offs after you just played 3 great division games like it did last week?
Well, yeah, I remember being with the Philadelphia Flyers, and we had a playoff series against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it was one to remember. It was some games, I think one game was 8-2 or something crazy. Back and forth, emotions high. The next series was against the New Jersey Devils. And we had no answer for them. And, emotion plays a huge part in what you're doing. And when you have success in emotional games and battles during those games, everybody feeds off it. And there was nothing to really feed off for this team tonight.
Well, so that's the way it ends tonight here at Nationwide Arena, 2-0. The Calgary Flames get the victory, but on to Florida, and they'll play the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7:30 on Friday night. That'll do it for Jody and I's portion of the post-game show. We wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Ryan Mitchell will continue after this on the El Dorado Scioto Downs Blue Jackets Radio Network.